if you're up for another one, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll have another one.
Good night, bud.
National Poets Day, alright. Here's one of my monologues. Now, it speaks for itself basically, this poem. It's no good explaining it, otherwise by the time I've explained it, I'll have told you the whole poem. So, it goes like this, it's a completely true one, and it goes like this. A mate of mine were having it rough. He were on the streets and finding it tough. Behind on his mortgage, so they're repossessed, leaving him homeless, penniless and completely depressed. We went down the pub, he saw us to drown. We were both quite drunk after a night on the town. On the way back, after thinking a lot, I knew of a band who'd been frequenting a squat. So we staggered round there with new hope to score. The lights weren't on, so we knocked on the door. No one was answering. My mate wasn't coping, so we went round the back and the window was open. The problem we had, it was really quite high, but being so drunk, I gave it a try. My ankle was pinned from the fall that I'd had. To scale up that pipe was really quite mad. But due to the drink and maybe the smoke, I started to climb, but this wasn't a joke. Halfway up, the drain pipe just snapped. This wasn't a place to be needing a crap. Quickly I grabbed hold of the sill, and I pulled myself up with all of my will. I slid open the window, and there I was knelt. Some very dark cards about to be dealt. On came the light, now here comes my hand. The person I saw wasn't part of the band. I relentlessly tried to plead a good case. He just wasn't listening, I could tell by his face. He just yelled no, and pushed me straight back. I could already hear the bones start to crack. I kicked myself straight as I left my safe perch, not wanting this venture to end up in church. Then started to fall into the dark. A very hard landing, I knew was my mark. I lifted one leg to save it more damage, then waited for impact and impending carnage. I landed quite hard, but without a cut. I'd compressed my ankle and shattered my foot. Just to the right, a cast iron railing. If I'd landed on that, we'd have an impaling. It did make me wonder why he reacted that way, so I made some inquiries the following day. The band that I'd known had long since gone. I then realised what had gone wrong. The property owner, an Italian man, a restaurateur from down in Milan, had employed his staff of Italian descent, and now they lived there and they paid him the rent. So the issue in hand when pleading my case, and the reason for that blank look on his face, he didn't speak English, not a word in his head. He hadn't understood a word that I'd said. Scared for his life, I gave him a fright. And that's why he pushed me into the night. Thank you, yeah.